Welcome to the show! Madison, I need to start with the most uncomfortable marketing sentence in this whole module. A campaign can hit the right message, right channel, right audience, right timing, and the customer still walks away feeling processed instead of understood.
That word, processed, is the one that sticks. Because Dr. Berry tells us the churn data might not tell the truth until 6 months later. 6 months! So the dashboard is high-fiving itself while the relationship is already thinning out.
Exactly. And that basically is the experience gap. The quiet distance between what the brand thinks it delivered and what the customer actually felt. Marketing opened the door, maybe beautifully. Experience decides if they come back through it, bring friends, and stay long enough to matter.
Or, as I like to put it, congrats on your click-through rate. Shame about the human being on the other side. But seriously, this happens all the time. I've seen paid campaigns with gorgeous CAC numbers, clean attribution, all the little spreadsheet angels singing. And then onboarding was basically a receipt and a shipping notice.
A receipt and a shipping notice is such a brutal combo. That's not onboarding, that's evidence of a transaction. I had one like that with a supplement brand. Amazing ad, super smart landing page, tight creator content. I bought. Then for the next 2 weeks, nothing useful. Just, hey, buy again, before I'd even figured out if the thing worked.
Buy again before benefit realization is one of my favorite unforced errors. Dr. Berry tells us that for subscription brands, the first purchase is the starting gate, not the finish line. That first 30 days is when belief, habit, and identity are still forming. If retention lags there, CLV projections collapse.
That 30-day window, yeah, I'm never gonna forget that, because it reframes the whole job. You're not just converting traffic, you're engineering the moment where somebody decides, oh, this fits my life.
And this is where marketers kid themselves. We love measurable acquisition because it feels controllable. But customer experience is the output of the entire organization. Product tweaks change the experience. Billing changes the experience. Shipping delays change the experience. Support tone changes the experience. No single CX team can save you if finance, ops, product, and marketing are freelancing.
Freelancing is generous. Sometimes it's more like 5 departments doing disconnected auditions for the role of brand.
That line is basically omni-channel in a nutshell. But hold that thought. Before that, we should separate customer service from customer experience, because people mash those together constantly. Service is when something breaks and someone fixes it. Experience is everything before, after, and between those moments. The ad they half remember, the onboarding email they almost deleted, the 90-second support chat that saves their afternoon, the community post that reminds them why they chose you.
The 90-second support chat is a good token there because it's tiny. CX is so often built or broken in these small moments that don't look strategic in a board deck. And Dr. Berry tells us customer experience has 3 parts running in parallel: functional, emotional, and social.
Right. Functional is, did it do what it promised and was the process easy? Emotional is, did I feel seen, valued, respected? Social is, do I feel connected to a community, identity, or shared purpose beyond the product? And brands mess up by assuming all 3 matter equally for every audience. Sometimes functional is almost the whole game. Sometimes social outweighs everything.
Which also explains why a technically fine brand can still feel forgettable. Functional might be solid, but emotional is tone deaf, and social is fake. You got the package in 2 days, but the whole thing felt like you were being moved through a warehouse by a chatbot wearing a smile sticker.
A chatbot wearing a smile sticker is, unfortunately, half the internet. And the benchmark keeps rising. Dr. Berry tells us that in 2026, customers don't just compare you to direct competitors. They compare you to the best experience they had anywhere in the last few weeks. Amazon's 4-hour delivery, Spotify's eerily good recommendations. That becomes your standard whether you sell coffee, software, or skincare.
And then the AI layer makes it worse, or better, depending how awake you are. 1 in 4 customers now uses AI-powered platforms as their primary source for information, recommendations, and purchase decisions, ahead of brand websites and online reviews. That is not a cute stat. That is a structural reset.
1 in 4 means your site may not even be the first interpreter of your brand anymore. An AI system is. Which means if your content is vague, inconsistent, or fluff-heavy, you don't just lose SEO. You lose the way the brand is described in the first place.
So let's get tactical. Dr. Barry tells us most companies have a neat little journey map in a deck. Awareness, consideration, purchase, retention, advocacy. Cute. Real customers loop, stall, restart, jump channels, ask a friend, get distracted, come back at midnight, and buy on a different device.
Yes, the internal journey map is fiction. The useful map has 5 dimensions: stages, actions, thoughts, emotions, and opportunities. Not just what customers did, but what they were trying to figure out, how they felt, and where the organization should change something.
That thoughts piece matters. If the customer's internal question is this right for me? And your page answers, here are 12 brand adjectives, you've missed it by a mile.
Exactly. Unanswered questions are both a content gap and a trust gap. And then you hit the moments of truth. Dr. Barry tells us Jan Carlson coined that phrase back in the 1980s at Scandinavian Airlines, and Google later gave us the 0 moment of truth, the research phase before the brand ever speaks. If you show up badly there, you spend the rest of the journey recovering ground you never had.
That is why omnichannel matters. Not multi-channel, omnichannel. Multi-channel just means you exist in a website, email, retail, social, app, whatever. Omnichannel means all of it feels like one continuous relationship.
And Dr. Barry tells us true omnichannel requires 4 things in sync: unified data, consistent brand language, channel fit execution, and seamless continuity across touchpoints. Most brands manage the first word, multi. Very few earn the second word.
Because earning it is annoying. It requires adults in meetings. I had a retail brand once where the Instagram tone was playful, the website was clinical, the email offer was different from the landing page offer, and support had apparently never met either of them. It felt like speed dating with 4 cousins from the same family.
4 cousins is generous. More like 4 people using the same logo without speaking. And this is where brands overcomplicate personalization while under-delivering relevance. They want Tier 3 magic before they can even spell data governance.
Hit me with the tiers.
Tier 1 is segment-based. Demographics, life cycle stage, RFM. Useful but blunt. Tier 2 is behavioral trigger-based. Page viewed, cart abandoned, email opened. Higher relevance because it responds to recent intent. Tier 3 is predictive or individualized. Full behavioral history plus machine learning propensity modeling. Like sending a replenishment prompt before the customer consciously thinks to reorder.
That reorder prompt before conscious consideration, that's the sci-fi one. But Dr. Barry tells us 75% of organizations cite data integration and quality as the top AI implementation challenge, right?
Yes, 75%. And only 32% prioritize data quality and governance, while 52% say their data architecture limits AI progress. So when a brand says, "We're doing AI personalization," I'm like, cool. Do you have a unified customer record or just ambition?
Or just ambition should be on a t-shirt. Also, personalization can get creepy fast. I once browsed a product one time, and then got an email subject line that was basically, "Still thinking about this?" Sir, we are not in a relationship.
Thank you. Dr. Barry tells us the rule is relevant, not intrusive. Use data to reduce friction and add clear value. Explain why recommendations appear, and give customers control. The 3 trust signals are simple. I understand what you're collecting. I see how it helps me, and I stay in control.
And then comes feedback, where a lot of brands totally faceplant. They collect NPS, CSAT, CES, churn cohorts, VOC interviews. They make the slide deck, and then nothing changes.
Right. Dr. Barry tells us the closed loop is the point. Negative feedback needs an owner, a response timeline, a resolution commitment, and a learning system. Otherwise, you're not measuring CX. You're documenting disappointment expensively.
Documenting disappointment expensively? Brutal, but fair. And I like the tension he raises with CRO too. A promo email can have high ROMI and still train customers to expect discounts, which erodes long-term pricing power. So optimization for first purchase rate can quietly damage lifetime value.
That's the piece people miss. Pro is not separate from CX. Dr. Barry tells us a conversion rate can move from 2% to 8% through 4 iterative cycles. But if you optimize the wrong objective at machine speed, you just get better at harming the relationship. The target has to be lifetime value, not just immediate conversion.
And maybe that's the whole thing in one sentence. The best brands don't just remove friction from the funnel, they remove friction from trust, which is harder, slower, and way more durable.
Also harder to fake on a dashboard, which is probably why it matters. See you next time.